The instructional materials I'm using are the Springboard book and thinking maps. And in addition to that, students can use the references like dictionaries, the thesaurus, and even going to the books behind me as examples to get examples for the lesson. The Springboard book is a required curriculum for all grade levels, and so I didn't really have a choice, and we need to do it with fidelity. And the thinking maps are something that the students have been using since maybe first grade. Our complex adopted the use of thinking maps. So all the feeder schools, the high school, the middle school, they use thinking maps. So the students are familiar with using thinking maps. What I like about the Springboard is it's planned out, and it has it leads up to the embedded assessment at the end of the unit, and it's kind of easy to follow. The thinking maps, like I said before, the kids have used it since elementary school, and so they're familiar with it, and they know which ones to use in which situation. What I noticed that in the Springboard book, it doesn't have enough practice time for the kids to master whatever skill I'm doing. So we're doing on dialogue, and there wasn't enough practice for the kids to, be proficient. So I had to add in additional grammar worksheets. We went and got another source, and we looked in another book on dialogue. I also noticed that the pacing in that Springboard book is just it doesn't work for me. It's a little bit too fast. So I had to backtrack and then do a little bit of reteaching, and then I adjusted the pacing. So it's taking longer than what is expected or what is suggested in the Springboard book, but I'm going at the student's pace as opposed to what the book says. I don't know how relevant this book is, but kids have to understand that sometimes you're given something and you have to do what you're required to do, and following along with a book, but also adding in your own insights, and it's something that you're going to go through daily, in your everyday life. I think we just adjust, and the kids have to learn to adjust to do, what is required of them.